Sir, do not make me break this window.
You better leave my car.
Sir?
Leave my car. Hey.
Open this car right now. I will bust this window. Window breaker.
Get out.
Look at this one.
Keep that door open. What do you got? Break him out my way.
The traffic stop began with a simple warning for an alleged illegal pass, but quickly escalated when the officer demanded identification without clear justification. According to Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968, a police officer must have reasonable suspicion of criminal activity to demand identification during a stop. The driver's refusal to provide ID based on his belief in sovereign citizen principles was met with threats and force, despite the minor nature of the alleged offense. This rapid escalation suggests an abuse of power, prioritizing control over de-escalation. The officer's insistence on compliance, rather than explaining the legal basis for the demand, set the stage for a confrontation that violated the driver's right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures.
Hello. Hey, I'm Corporal Horton, Background Police Department. Reason for the traffic stop is when you're on South Main here, turning on West First, is a no pass zone. That's not a turn lane zone. You can't go beside another car and pass. Okay.
That was 2 lanes right there.
No, there's not separated. That's a single lane. Okay. That's fine. That's understandable. You got a driver's license, valid proof of insurance.
Why do you want my driver's license?
Because we're in the middle of a Sir, do not make me break this window.
You better leave my car.
Sir?
Leave my car. Hey.
Open this car right now. I will bust this window open.
You're a trespass.
Get out of this car right now.
This is private property.
Sir? Get out of this car or I will break it. Sir. Rycom, give me another unit now.
Do you police my consent?
Sir,
Do you police?
get out of this car or I will break your window.
Do you police my consent? I want to speak
Get,
to the supervisor.
well, guess what? I'm a corporal. I'm the supervisor.
Okay,
Get out of this car right now. Don't make me break this window. Do not make me break this window. Sir? Sir? Alright, I'm going to break the window here. Get out of the car.
Don't break my damn.
Get out of the car.
Don't.
Get out of the car. I've asked you multiple times to get out of the car.
I asked you multiple times to leave my car alone.
Get out of the car now. That is a lawful order. Get out of the car.
It's no law.
Lawful order. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Who has been harmed?
Okay. Get out of the car. That's the last time.
Anything else better
Get
to do?
out of the vehicle now. Get out of the vehicle now. Get out of the vehicle now. Sir, get out of the vehicle. Hey, do not take off.
I'm not. I'm just making
Okay. Get out of the vehicle now.
I do not comply.
Get out of the vehicle now.
I'm telling you, I don't comply.
Get this side. Sir, if you do not get out of this vehicle, we are going to break a window.
The officer's threat to break the driver's car window and the subsequent use of a taser represent a disproportionate response to non-compliance. The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from excessive force, as clarified in Graham vs. Connor, 490 U.S. 386, 1989, which states that force must be objectively reasonable based on the circumstances. The driver was not posing an immediate threat, yet officers resorted to breaking windows and deploying a taser, actions that seem punitive rather than necessary. This use of force reflects a disregard for the driver's physical safety and constitutional protections. Such tactics intimidate rather than serve, undermining public trust in law enforcement. The officer's decision to break the driver's car windows and call for a tow truck infringed on his property rights. Under United States v. Jones 565 U.S. 400, 2012, government actions that physically intrude on private property without a warrant or exigent circumstances violate the Fourth Amendment. The driver's car, described as legally parked, was damaged and seized without clear legal justification. This destruction of property, coupled with the threat of towing, appears to be a coercive tactic to punish non-compliance rather than a lawful response. Such actions highlight how officers can overstep boundaries, treating personal property as collateral in a power struggle.
Break that window, get him out.
Get out! I do not comply.
Alright. You got something to hit that window with?
I want
Bring it over here.
You want to do this one? Here, give me your
I
ass.
want to speak.
I got a window breaker on that one.
To a supervisor.
Get out of the car.
We are
Get out.
supervisors.
Get out.
We are
Get out.
supervisors.
Get out of the car now.
Get out.
Cover your eyes.
Look,
Cover
cover
your
your
All
eyes.
right,
Look at you.
Cover your
window breaker.
eyes.
Get out.
Look at you. No. Get out.
Stop resisting.
Taser, taser.
Taser, taser.
Get out of the car
Get out of the
now.
car. Look how y'all are acting.
Yeah, we're looking at you. How
You
you
are
at?
acting like
Hey,
Get out of
somebody
the car.
unlock that.
you are a thug.
Yep.
Hey, it's harassment. What are you doing?
Take your seat down up. Get it. You're good. Get out now. Here,
I got it.
take it.
You got the ass, I'll break this one.
Keep that door open.
What are
Get
y'all
that
breaking
seat
up my
undone.
leg? Look how y'all are acting.
Get out. Get out now.
Look how you all are
Get out now. We don't want to act this way. Get out.
Well, then why is it? I can
Get him out.
Get out. I gotta get my glass.
Get out now.
Get him out. Roll over. Roll over right now.
Hands behind your back, sir. Sir, put your hands behind your back. Sir, put your hands behind your back. I can't put my hand behind my back because it's under my body and you're sitting on my body.
I got this one. Okay, roll this way. Pull this hand out. You got the cuffs?
Try to calm that off. You heard taser was deployed. Male subject forcefully removed.
Okay, sir. Roll over to your other side. Okay?
It doesn't 1201, no?
Doesn't matter. Which other side, sir? Okay, sir. Sit up on your butt, okay? Alright.
Alright, let's go to the knee.
We're gonna stand you up, okay? Alright.
Let's get him out of this collapse. Alright, clean up a piece of your car here.
Is that all? No, it's not, but it will be.
I think we're getting a tow truck, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my car is
Because of all of this.
all of what?
All of this.
No, all of what? You don't have no right to go in my pocket.
Well, right now you're under arrest. Stop.
First incident to arrest. I am handcuffed. How come you doing all this shit?
It's still called passive resisting. You're moving away.
No, I don't want you all in my pocket. I ain't give you consent to go in my pocket.
Would you?
Okay.
Found anything else on him?
No. Dude, all this was a simple warning for freaking illegal pass. All it was.
The driver was arrested and searched without clear communication of the charges or his rights. The Fifth Amendment, reinforced by Miranda v. Arizona 384 U.S. 436, 1966, requires that individuals be informed of their rights upon arrest to ensure due process. The officer's focus on compliance over explanation left the driver uninformed, creating a sense of harassment. By dismissing his concerns and proceeding with a search without consent, the officers bypassed procedural safeguards. This lack of transparency fuels perceptions of corruption, as it strips individuals of their right to understand the legal process being imposed upon them.
Well, I'm sitting here running traffic, you know. Cars turn on left, so he comes up here, passes on the right. All it was, simple warning, illegal pass on the right, and he doesn't want to provide ID.
Pass on the right, was going to write him a warning. He failed to give any identification, refused to get out of the vehicle. Window was broke, he was tased, and now he's in the patrol car. Window broke times two. Yeah, both windows. He refused to get out of the car even after the windows were done and the door was open. He said
Traveling, suburban citizen, most likely. I'm not driving.
so. He didn't have to provide ID. He didn't have to do this.
Huh?
Going to jail.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride for fail to obey.
I've got
resisting.
sanitizer in my car,
So,
and I got.
will one of you guys transport for me?
I've got.
Do you want EMS to look at him here, or
Let's go to the office, have a look at it there.
I'll just do everything?
As far as I know, we
county.
still got one EMS patient over here.
Well, we got a dementia patient.
Yeah, we got a dementia patient. Okay.
6 Icon, can you have an EMS unit meet us at the PD?
That's all it wants. So.
I didn't hear you, so I apologize.
Well, I told him to call you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Simple, just freaking warning. That's all
I
he's gonna
tried to
get.
stay back when the taser comes back, boys. I'm not getting electrocuted. I'll pull on him and fight him, but I ain't getting electrocuted.
I couldn't get
You're
it to
good.
work. Like, I kept hitting him with it, and
Yeah, it didn't bother me.
Oh, he has a pretty thick coat on too.
Probably should have used
four times.
I've got Band-Aids.
Yeah, if you got something, man.
For the glass.
Yeah. I was just in the moment. I didn't have time. He just kept resisting. I was like, screw the gloves right now. We gotta go.
Well, we had our gloves on
Literally, car turning left. He comes up here, passes on the right. Simple warning. That's all. And I told him, dude, hey, just give me your eyes. This is a warning. Don't make it worse than what it's gonna be. He kept saying no. That's when I called you guys. Come on.
Right in Keith County.
You want felony resist and all that?
Well, I'm going to Keith County on it. And,
Are you taking them for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah. All right, I'm going to start looking at that dementia patient. Yeah. I'm going to let Sprague, I don't know if you got anything from here or what you guys do, but
If it's better at the PD, we'll take him to the
it's
PD.
in control of atmosphere. That's
So,
the biggest thing.
sorry, boss.
Don't say sorry.
You got one. Thank you. Fucking simple damn warning, dude.
Hey, I'm gonna put mine on mute.
Mine's already there. All right, sir. Have a seat for me. Have a seat, sir. Go ahead and turn your legs around for me.
Sorry, how long did you say?
Drive time from Mayfield stop on West 3rd.
I got your shoes right here, okay? I'm gonna put them down right here.
You didn't put my seatbelt on.
All right, go ahead and hop out for me, sir.
Why you didn't put my seatbelt on?
Go ahead and put your foot in here, sir.
Why you ignoring me?
Sir, after what you done to us, we're not going to play this game. Hop out.
I didn't do
Hop
nothing.
out.
I didn't do nothing to you all. I didn't do a thing. Y'all
Hop out.
did it all
Come
to
on.
me.
Right up those steps.
Y'all freaking overreact. Didn't put the seatbelt on.
All right, we're going right over here. Where are we going?
Right here.
Right over there, sir. Let's go.
Tell me what you're
Come on.
doing. Tell me
Come
what
on.
you're doing.
Taking you to jail. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do what we got to do. Get him booked in, and we'll get him in a cell. You good with that?
Whatever you want, sir.
Okay, what's your last name? What's your name? Let's, if he's gonna be that way, let's just put him in the cell.
You got it.
Till he's ready to.
Down here.
Yep, let's put him down there with nothing.
Let's go.
Is he, you got nothing on him?
As far as I know, he does not. I patted him down, but we'll be more than happy to pat him down once more.
Yeah, let's check him real close.
Yeah, let's
Yep,
scan him.
okay. Well, he's gonna, I gotta have his name and number.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. Okay,
Check him and,
right in here.
so he's ready to cooperate.
All right, face the wall for me. Shoes off. Kick your shoes off.
After tasering the driver, the officers offered EMS evaluation but quickly dismissed his refusal without ensuring he fully understood his rights. The Cruzen vs. Director, Missouri Department of Health, 497, U.S. 261, 1990. Case affirms an individual's right to refuse medical treatment. The officer's cursory handling of the driver's refusal without documenting it properly or ensuring informed consent suggests a lack of respect for his autonomy. This indifference to medical rights, especially after the use of force, further illustrates how officers prioritized procedure over the driver's well-being, reinforcing perceptions of systemic misconduct. The entire incident, from the aggressive demands to the use of force and property damage, exemplifies how corrupt policing practices erode public trust. The Supreme Court in City of Los Angeles vs. Lyons, 461 U.S. 95, 1983, recognizes that systemic police misconduct can deter individuals from exercising their rights due to fear of retaliation. The driver's repeated accusations of thuggery and harassment reflect a belief that the officers were not serving but oppressing. When law enforcement prioritizes dominance over dialogue, it alienates the community, perpetuating a cycle of distrust and resistance that harms both citizens and officers. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.